When the Sky Fell for the Sea. Chapter 1, The Promise of Rain. Ava had always lived by the sea, in a quiet little coastal town where time moved like the tides. Slow, steady, and familiar. She was a marine biologist, more comfortable among sea creatures than people. Years ago, her heart had been broken, and since then, she'd locked it away, safe and guarded. Then came the storm. It wasn't just any storm. It was the kind that made seasoned fishermen stay home and sent children hiding under their beds. The sea roared for 3 days straight, and when the skies finally cleared, something unexpected washed ashore. A man. He was unconscious, his body partially buried in the wet sand, clothes torn, face pale. Ava discovered him at dawn. She called for help, but no one knew who he was. No shipwrecks were reported. No missing persons matched his appearance. He awoke 2 days later in her home. The only thing he remembered was his name. Elias. As he recovered, Elias started helping Ava with her research. He had a strange connection to the ocean. He could sense the tides, predict the weather, even understand marine behavior in ways she couldn't explain. But Elias himself had no idea how he knew any of it. Time passed, and so did the distance between their hearts. He was kind, patient, and his eyes held the calm of 1,000 waves. He smiled often, spoke gently, and looked at her like she was a miracle. Ava, who had buried her past, found herself opening up again. She began to hope. Yet something about Elias remained. Otherworldly. He never felt cold, no matter how strong the wind. He could hold his breath underwater for minutes. Sometimes, Ava would catch him humming songs in a language she didn't know, melodies that stirred something ancient inside her. And then the past began to whisper. Chapter 2, Echoes of the Deep. Elias had become a part of Ava's world, like air to breath or sunlight to waves. Every day they worked side by side, studying coral reefs, tracking sea turtles, laughing under the vast sky. But one question lingered in Ava's mind. Who is Elias, really? One day, they ventured into an underwater cave Ava had only ever seen on maps. The entrance had been revealed by the recent storm. The moment Elias stepped inside, something changed. His expression turned solemn. He touched a stone wall, and it glowed faintly with a blue light. Ava gasped. This isn't normal. Elias didn't answer at first. Then, softly, he said, I feel like I've been here before. On the walls, ancient carvings told a story of a woman reaching for the sea and a man rising from the water to meet her. Ava's heart skipped. Could this be more than a coincidence? Could they have met before? Maybe not in this life, but somewhere, somehow. Chapter 3, The Sea Remembers. The next morning, Ava and Elias returned to the cave. The carvings were clearer now, almost alive. One stone in particular caught Elias's attention. He touched it again, and this time, light erupted in soft gray pulses. The entire cave lit up as if awakened. The carvings began to move, like scenes from a memory long buried. Ava watched in stunned silence. Elias, what is this showing us? Elias stepped back, breath unsteady. I remember something. A name escaped his lips. Marina. Ava's heart clenched. Who is Marina? Elias closed his eyes. She was someone I loved, a long, long time ago. I gave up everything to save her, even my memories. Ava's heart stirred with emotions she didn't understand. Was she falling for someone who once belonged to another? Or was she part of that past too? The carvings dimmed. The cave fell silent, and in the quiet, a decision formed. Do we find her? Ava asked. Elias looked at her, the weight of centuries in his eyes. Yes, but this won't be easy. We'll have to dive into the secrets the sea keeps hidden, secrets no human has ever fully known. As they left the cave, the ocean behind them shimmered like it was listening, like it too remembered. Chapter 4, Whispers Between the Waves. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Ava and Elias stood at the edge of the sea where it all began. The ancient markings they uncovered had revealed not just lost history, but fragments of Elias's forgotten past. He had not merely washed ashore by accident. He had been drawn back by a pull older than memory, older than time. Ava placed her hand gently on Elias's chest, feeling the steady rhythm of his heart. You were never really lost, she whispered. You were just waiting to return. Elias looked into her eyes, his voice quiet but sure. And you were the one who brought me home. The tide rolled in around their feet as if listening, as if blessing their reunion. For the first time, Elias remembered everything. The fall into the sea, the voices in the deep, the call of the ancient magic, and the girl whose voice reached him even in silence. They didn't need words now. Just being together in that moment, against the fading light between earth and ocean, was enough. As night fell, the sea grew calm as if content, and in its hush, it held the promise that their story